All right, so let's talk about GenAI tools and services available within the AWS ecosystem. And I have separate lectures on most of these things on on SageMaker and Bedrock and Amazon Q. But let's just do a very high level view of it, right? So GenAI involves models that can create new data instances similar to the training data. These can be applied to text generation, image synthesis, code generation, and more. And AWS offers a range of tools and services, right, that facilitate generative AI model training, deployment, and inferences. And the exam would ask you questions about these products like Amazon Bedrock, SageMaker. Will ask you about Q, Amazon Q, and the other Amazon service, a bunch of Amazon services, like like SageMaker Comprehend or Studio Comprehend or Poly. There's a whole bunch of services that you need to know. But in this lecture, let's just talk about Bedrock, Amazon SageMaker, and Lambda. Okay. So Amazon Bedrock is a fully managed services for building GenAI applications using foundation models, right? So there's a lot of foundation models that are available, and Bedrock, you can integrate any one of those FMs and just launch your fully managed, foundation models. Okay. So it comes with pre-trained models from AWS and third-party providers, right? So you don't need to have a big team of data scientists and developers working to build and train and gather and train the model yourself. And you don't need to have any kind of an infrastructure, right? So because it's pay as you go at AWS, you can start using the infrastructure, and it's very secure and it's scalable. You would see it deployed mostly for content generation, chatbots, and text summarization. All right, so Amazon SageMaker is a comprehensive platform for building, training, and deploying machine learning models, including GenAI models. Okay, so for example, SageMaker Jumpstart can pre-trained models, and SageMaker Studio is used for an end-to-end development environment, right? And then you have SageMaker Clarify for bias detection. So you see, SageMaker used in custom generative models for image synthesis. These are the folks who are not looking for third-party foundation models or the pre-trained foundation models that are available with Bedrock, but they are, building their own models, right? They're building, training LLMs. So for Amazon SageMaker, yeah, if you're doing some things from the scratch, then yes, Amazon SageMaker is a place. Lambda, as you know, is a serverless compute service to run code without managing infrastructure. So it integrates with other AWS services, right? And again, you pay per use pricing. So you could use it to trigger generative models for text and image generation, right? So okay, then S3, of course, simple storage services, or Amazon S3 is a scalable storage service for storing, training data sets and model artifacts. And it's an object storage with high availability, You can do the whole entire life cycle management. So you would see me use S3, and you would be using S3 in your own AWS demo, and try to load data in it. Okay. And ASW Glue is a data integration service. As the name suggests, it glues multiple things together, right? It's a service for preparing and transforming data sets. Okay, so its features, it provides ETL capabilities: extract, transform, and load. Okay, so if you're preparing large data sets for generative AI training model, yeah, you want to look at the Glue. Okay. Then Amazon Comprehend, I have a whole lecture coming up and demo, but it is at a very high level. It's a natural language processing service using pre-trained models. Okay, so it does sentiment analysis, entity recognition, and it processes data for text generation tasks as well. So generative AI model deployment. I mean, real-time inference. For real-time inference, you can use services like SageMaker Real-Time Inference and API Gateway. Right. For batch inference, you can use SageMaker Batch Transform for large dataset processing. And as we have talked about, right, the serverless options, Lambda and SageMaker serverless inference for cost-effective scaling. So, what are some of the best practices for using GenAI services on AWS? Number one, security. I mean, implement very strong, very thought out, well planned IAM rules and policies. Make sure that you're following your organization's policy, right? Be very careful of cost optimization. You use serverless options when possible, right? And for model performance, right, I'll keep monitoring it for everything, for bias, for data drift, right, for hallucination. Yeah. And you can monitor it using CloudWatch and SageMaker Model Monitor. Okay. So to round it up, AWS provides a robust ecosystem for building, deploying, and scaling Gen AI applications. And I will be talking in details about services like Amazon Bedrock, SageMaker, and supporting tools as S3, Glue, Lambda, and a bright variety of other applications. So stay tuned.